have no idea what I start to talk about. I am rambling different things. I know I said this would be a vlog. This is going to be a sit-down video. TJJ. I always drop words, like loose words in the middle of my sentences, whether I'm sick or not. It's just how my brain works, and it comes off as I don't know what I'm talking about. It's always been like this. Sometimes it's hard for me to organize my words the way I want to articulate. That's one of the reasons why I talk slow. Also, if I force myself to talk a little faster, I may stutter. And I think all of these are connected to ADHD. It finally makes sense to me. So the teaser for Bridgerton season 5, I've never read the books, so I don't know what to expect, but I know what's going to happen in Francesca's story. And I know Michaela was supposed to be Michael, and she has a story with infertility and any trouble with getting pregnant and all that. I don't know how they are going to portray that with Michaela, because this is not a modern age story, and same-sex marriages weren't recognized, let alone having kids with them. I cut my hair short in my last vlog. I cut it too short actually. I like my hair on this length. What do you call these? Shoulder blades? Collarbones. I like this length. My hair, I cut it obviously too short because my hair curls up. I've been getting sick for like a week. I noticed myself getting sick because I had like a sore throat and dry cough at night. I just ignored it because I always get those things. I didn't think I would get to this level. If you have ADHD, one thing always helped me. I did this without even knowing I had it. Having a list of things for you to do for the day, because our brains take out of sight, out of mind, literally. If you have it in front of you, then it helps you do not forget what to do. I also have a whiteboard on my on my wall. So if I have to call someone or I have to buy something, I would always write it. Yeah, so I see it. When I say it, I know I have to do it. Also, it's not that impressive. I always drink hot water that's been cooled down a little, and because you're not supposed to put hot water in plastic bottles, I started using glass water bottles, and I broke 2 of them, so I had to switch back to plastics. I just have to wait until the water is cooled down. If you guys know me, I like to write, and I write a lot on Substack, and I also have published an ebook, a poetry book. I've never really been trained to write, but I've been writing my whole life, and I can build a story pretty fast because of my imagination, and I always looked at it as a challenge, but when it comes to writing, it's actually an advantage. And if you're into writing, just go for it. You're not harming anyone. Just go for it. Write. That's the more you write, the more you improve. And the only way to improve is to keep doing something that you've always looked forward to doing. I've always been into content creation. Since the first day I watched a makeup tutorial on YouTube, which was, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago, and I have made many attempts to get into the field, and I never gave up because I'm someone who knows what I want. If I don't want it, I know it. I apply that same rule to a lot of things in my life. It's not that serious. If you want to do something, go for it. If you become really successful in that area, great. If you don't, still it is great. You don't have to become super successful in the field you chose. That means you have gone into that industry for the wrong reasons. Whether we like it or not, luck and timing plays a part in everything we do in life. The mindset, I didn't have this mindset at first. The mindset I have created, I think I have finally found that lost passion I had for video making for YouTube. I do not enjoy doing TikToks anymore. That's why I removed all my content. But YouTube is something that I don't think I will lose that interest anytime soon. Just that finding the joy in the process of doing things. If that's what brings you joy, if that's what keeps you connected to yourself, do it. Not because that it would create a lot of money. Obviously, when I was younger, on TikTok or the first channels I had, I would get views pretty fast. Even on TikTok, it was instant, and I just got sucked into the numbers. And I was always worried about losing followers. It became a toxic mindset, and that's not what you should be doing. And I think the mindset shifted when I started Substack. Actually, I genuinely enjoyed writing, and at first I did care about the numbers, and then I was like, I noticed how every time I wrote a piece of article or a personal essay, it sort of released some tension that I had been holding on. And I think that's what navigated me into the mindset I have right now. Just enjoy the process. People always say enjoy the journey, not the destination. It is true. I don't think people aren't aware of that. People know that fact. It is difficult to keep your focus on the process in a world where your success, where your value is measured by the end result. And it's going to attack you time and time because you have to interact with the real world. People are going to ask, what have you achieved then, and what are you doing, and all that. It just, as long as you build your mindset strength, then you can move past it without letting it get to you, because there is a difference. For an example, content creation. The longest time I was focused on the number of followers, the ways I could make money off of it, and all of that. And the benefit that had on my mental health was the last on my list. It really put a lot of pressure on me instead of serving its purpose. I started to create content as a relief method for my mental health, and it started doing the opposite because I was so focused on gaining followers and subscribers and views and opportunities to make money, and that's not the only purpose of this, and I lost that side. And because of Substack, I think I finally understood and rediscovered the true purpose why I started creating content in the first place. Not because of amount of subscribers or opportunities. I just wanted to do something for myself that made me happy and show my personality, because I'm not that good at socializing and showing my true personality at first with people, hence why people call me weird most of the time, because it takes a heck of a long time for me to open up to people. And this is a way for me to balance that scale. And I'm someone who spends a lot of time at home. I don't like to go outside. I don't enjoy it. It's not that if I have to, I can't go out. Everyone has their own way, not just me. But I also know that even though they have their own way, most of the people, they just silence that part of themselves and succumb to the societal expectations and the aversion that they're not, just to be accepted and be sort of rewarded, comfortable in a social environment. But I would rather be uncomfortable and have beef with random neighbors than have beef with myself soon. And I'm going to start editing this video today because I've been missing editing videos. I like to edit. It's just so much more fun. So check out my Substack and my ebook. Subscribe, comment. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Bye.